Good morning. Happy April 1st, 2025. Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody?
April Fools.
Oh, April Fools. Okay, I have a joke. Oh, okay, so why do omelets like April Fool's Day? Because eggs like good yolks. Oh, the pressure is on, Jeff. All right, well, good morning, everybody. I'll let you know what's going on for the week. I'll make sure and introduce Stuart. Don't let me forget if I start blah, 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 blah. We'll get Stuart up here to share a new game. I think it's on Thursdays that he's wanting to start. One moment, I'll just tell you what's going on for the week, and then I'll hand it over to you, Stuart. Okay, so today we have Henry Burham up here, up in Marion Hall, 10 a.m. He is our Tuesday speaker, and it is a provocative conversation about the Middle East conflict. The conflict between Israel and the Palestinians took a sinister turn on October 7th, 2023. The surprise of Hamas attack resulted in over 1,200 civilian deaths, followed by an aggressive Israeli response in Gaza. We will discuss the provocative questions such as where do we stand now, what is the potential prospects for peace, and how does this war impact other key regional players like Iran and Saudi Arabia. So it's an important conversation. If you have time, please head up and listen to Henry discuss this, and that's at 10 a.m. 1 p.m. we have our open art studio, Wednesday the 2nd. Just FYI, there is again no pancake breakfast. Has there been any step up volunteers, anyone that's willing to, has discussed with you taking on the project? Bob, so far as of yet?
No.
No, so please, if there's anyone that wants to step into those shoes, I know they are hard shoes to fill, but if you want to even give it a try, and or maybe you want to coordinate with someone and step up and try the every first Wednesday of the month breakfast, pancake breakfast, if you're wanting to take that on, give it a shot. Talk to Bob. He's got the equipment. He can give you the scoop, tell you his secrets of the trade. Maybe you want to coordinate with someone, so consider it, please. Next thing, we have on Wednesday our TED Talks at 9 a.m. So the three topics are 2 ways to support loved ones with ADHD. It's 1 o'clock, my mistake. The second one is how to confide, be confident. Wow, it's one of those mornings. How to be confident even if you're not. And the third topic is why poker players are better decision makers. Is there any big poker players in here? Yeah? Oh, is it true? Do you feel like you're a better decision maker? The pressure is on for you now, Fred. Yeah? Okay. All right, so those are the 3 topics for TED Talks. 1 p.m. we have our writing group on Wednesday. 1:30 is 500. 3 p.m. is alterations, and 7 p.m. is bingo, of course. Thursday, 9/11, we have our recorded coffee chats if you can't make it on these lovely Tuesday mornings early. 9:30 is our excursion, and we are going to the Minnesota Orchestra this week. Having said that, I wanted to mention there's been twice where all of a sudden the excursion sheets are disappearing. The orchestra one had disappeared, and I had to have Kayla kind of put it on 991 and create a new one. So that was a little bit unusual. And then there was another one for one of the excursions to the plays that disappeared. Luckily, I had typed out the names earlier that week, and so I did have a copy of it. But that one was kind of a pain in the rear for me because I do collect monies. All right, I do collect monies for that, for those excursions for the plays, and so did not know whose checks were in and who wasn't. I feel like I'm talking over you, Karen. Sorry. I love you, but I'm talking over you here. Okay, so please, I'm not sure what's happening with that, with the sheets disappearing, but please, maybe it's an error, you're bringing it over to the table to sign up or discuss it, then you're forgetting to put it back, but hopefully that's not going to be a problem. So please put the sheets back. Okay, Friday the 4th, 1 p.m. we have our coffee chats on 991. We have bridge and poker at 1 p.m. 4 p.m. we have happy hour. 5:30 we have resident potluck this Friday. Woohoo! Is everyone ready for that? That's always fun to do that down here at 5:30 this Friday. 7 p.m. is our movie, and the movie is The Mission. A Jesuit priest builds a mission in South America. As he tries to convert the natives to Christianity, complications arise when a treaty transfers the land from Spain to Portugal. That is the movie. And then Saturday is our men's breakfast at 8 a.m., and 7 p.m. is bingo. Monday the 7th, we have 1 p.m., we have our knit and chat, and we have 7 p.m., we have 500. Okay, I think that's what I have. Any questions? Okay, I will hand it over to Stuart. You want to come on up, Stuart? And bravo to the group going, what is it, the Grace movement, the group that would attend last Thursday. The speakers that were here, congratulations. It sounds with Sarah Jamie that it was quite a success. So well done, bravo.
About 80 years ago, my father taught me a card game. And the card game is called Schmear. And that's a game that I just found out that there's several people in the buildings here that know the game as well, and a few actually keep playing it. I haven't played it for about 70 years, but I'm starting to play it again. So I'm trying to organize a game here at Ridge Point. So if anybody has an interest in playing the game of Schmear, contact me. Okay, so we're trying to get it started maybe even later this week. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that this is another game that will be played here in the building. Okay.
All right, so this is Stuart Danziger. How would you like, if there's a new resident and they didn't know how fabulous you are and who you are, how do you want them to contact you?
Oh, they can contact me, they can phone me.
Okay.
I'm at 6394.
639, apartment 6394 in the East End.
East End, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, all right, there you go. Thanks, Stuart.
Thank you.
Good morning. Jillian, it's nice to see you coming out of your shell. You're really cracking us up. Anybody get those? Thank you, Norma. You get free rent for some month. I came down this morning, and oftentimes you hear that low drone coming out of this part of the building in the morning complaining about the gate. That's Cliff Bombach doing all the complaining. Anyway, he said, why don't you do an April Fool's and open the gate today? Well, I don't do April Fool's, but unfortunately, when I went up to listen to my messages, I got a call yesterday. I had to leave early. bad story, but anyway. I got a call from the Minneapolis police. We're not going to be, our Minnetonka police, excuse me, we're not going to be allowed to open the gate this summer.
Really?
Yeah. They don't like all the traffic. April Fools. How many did I get? You gotta try it. I think it's corny, but oh well.
I like the idea.
No, it's gonna rain and snow today and tomorrow. What's that, Norma?
Go to the book. Go to the book.
What book?
The book.
Oh, yes, yes, okay. Anyway, the gate will be open as soon as we feel it's safe. I had another question this morning. How many of you use the portal, or how many of you received an email talking about loft living? Okay. We use a program for our accounting called RealPage. I don't have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. RealPage is an accounting system that is designed for apartment buildings, okay? And RealPage has also been in the news lately in terms of price fixing. And what RealPage has done is you sign up for RealPage, you give them all your information, they can look at your books, and what they will do, in Minneapolis it was done, they'll say, okay, apartments like yours in this type of area are renting for $1,800 and yours are at $1,300. You can go up to $2,000, or their price fixing is what they're doing. And we don't participate in any of that. That's why I brought this up. We don't, the shortcomings of us using RealPage are, it's not meant for a place like ours. Our billing is kind of unique in that everyone knows our meals start on the 26th and end on the 25th, and that makes it a little difficult for accounting. It's just, RealPage is not meant for senior apartment buildings. There really aren't any softwares out there that are compatible with the way we do things, so we're forced to find something that works. And RealPage, the accountants like it because they can consolidate all the properties together fairly quickly, and I realize I got a little inside and it's not that exciting or important for us, but no, let's go back to the Loft Living email. You got that Loft Living email because you were enrolled in Active Building. Active Building is going away, but not really. It's just got a new name, Loft Living. We did a seminar on Loft Living with Active Building, and they said basically for now it's just a name change. So dig into Loft Living if that's what you like to do, and if you have any questions, talk to Patty, not me. Don't vet anything I said today because I'm not sure that I know that I'm right.
So we don't have to respond to the email?
You do not have to respond to the email, no. Just make your checks out to Ridge Point, one word with an E at the end, and that's all I care. All right? Does anyone have any questions on anything? Is everyone clear on the situation with the phones, the in-house phones? There will be no charge for phones this year, and the phones will be going away next year. They may. So, if you want to concern yourself, you don't have to think about anything for at least a year. Okay? Everything's gonna be the same. All right.
Got a question.
Yes.
We definitely want a landline.
Yep.
So is there gonna be a replacement system to your phone system?
Some people definitely want a landline. Is there gonna be a replacement for our system? There is. You're not gonna get it through us. In your case, you can get it through Comcast, Xfinity. You can get a landline. Karen?
Would we be able to call in the building?
No.
See, that's important.
Yeah, it's important, but do you want to pay $23.50 a month for that?
I would pay it.
Well, unfortunately, you're in the minority. And we just have to move on from the landline. It's archaic. The cell phones are taking over, but I get where people want a landline, and there are many advocates of landlines out there. It's just that they're on their way out. They're like the newspaper. Norma,
I have a question.
Jan? How are you going to buzz people in? We can program each entry phone to whatever phone you want it to. So you can do it from your cell phone. Norma?
My question is, when you say you want to pay $23.50 a month, is there a way of getting, and $23.50 a month is not a lot for a landline
Mm-hmm.
compared to what you pay for if you live in a house. But is there a way to, so to speak, bundle this so that if X amount of people at Ridge Point get it, that they will service it?
I don't want to negotiate that with anyone because we're not a long enough term group of people here to negotiate that, and the one that comes in after you may want cell phones, so then it's just such a moving target. In the last 4 or 5 years, I've had more comments and complaints about that landlines required and the cost of landline. And so I think that we're in touch enough with the group of people out. How many of you don't care that the landline's going away? How many of you can get along without a landline? How many can't get along without a landline? Okay, that's a pretty good number. You'll be able to get your landline through Comcast. Joanne, did you have a question?
Can I also use my long distance on it?
Your long distance on what?
On the landline? Sure.
Yep. Yep. And I don't even, no one is even being charged for long distance now, are they?
No.
No. It's amazing. When I first started, we'd had about $1,400 a month in long distance charges a month that the residents made. Now it's about $20 a month. We don't even bother billing. Yeah. If you call Saudi Arabia, you're going to get charged. And Karen?
How will we call the kitchen? How will we call the front desk?
952-540-6200. 952-540-6388 will get you the kitchen. We'll have those numbers in the directories. Sam?
Will residents' cell phones be on the list? Numbers so we can call people?
Will residents' cell phones be on the list? That's a question we'll have to ask. What Rose Point, our sister community in Roseville, does not have house phones, and they have 2 lists of resident phone numbers. One is for the staff and the staff only, and that's everyone's phone number, and the other is for the residents, and those people either opt in or opt out on that. So Does anyone have an opinion on that right now? Norma?
Yes, I have 3 people that have my cell phone number. And how many more ringings are we going to have when we have speakers and programs if we only use cell phones?
I don't understand the question.
Well, it means that people will have their cell phones on, so they can receive phone calls.
We can't legislate morality. I mean, that people having their phones on for speakers, that's that will be self-policed, I'm sure. If someone comes to a speaker and there you go, please silence your cell phones. Right on cue. Thank you very much. No, I mean, that's just, we'll adapt. We'll adapt. We're, growing is about change. And this is a first world problem, I believe. It's not a third world problem. They're not sitting in third world countries worrying about whether having a in-house phone versus a cell phone is good or bad. And honestly, I think it's the way to be the most efficient. And that one elephant in the room, and why I want to get rid of the in-house phones, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it one more time, and maybe this is the last time I'll say it. If that breaks down, the replacement cost is, I don't know what it is, maybe it's cheaper now, but it was $100,000. And I'm sorry, I don't want our company to have to absorb that. And then those kind of numbers, and it's in, to keep it in perspective, $100,000 isn't a huge amount of money for Ridgepoint, but if we have enough of those big numbers going out, it will eventually come back in rents. So we want to make choices based on what's good, sound financially, so that active building doesn't put flags up on high expenses. Yes, Maureen?
I was looking around, and my opinion is that the folks that are here are the always group. We always come down and we always follow the information. If you're going to be doing something that drastic, I think you need to figure out a way to have seminars or notifications or something for the other folks that aren't here often.
Yep. Did that letter get distributed? Did you get a letter distributed on the phones? Okay, we've done that. 991 is shows coffee chats. A lot of the people that don't come here just use cell phones. There's 2 groups of people that don't come here. Those that are too busy and those that don't want to exert the energy to come down. So, and there again, we can't plan for every contingency. We can only do the best we can in communicating with people what our plans are, and we're giving people a year advance notice. And I'm sure we'll have this discussion again, and it's just, yep, we don't want to leave anyone in a lurch. And hopefully we won't. Anything else? Thank you, folks. Okay, today, Maureen Salamando has a birthday. On the 4th, we've got 2 birthdays, Shirley Meyer, Barbara Lundstrom Wilcox, Stuart Dansinger on the 6th, along with Karen Hyman on the 6th. There we go. And George and Elaine, anniversary on the 4th. Hey, it's a big one. 30 years on.
Give it to Patty for her.
30 happy years.
1975 doesn't sound like that long ago. That's 50 years ago. So I thought it was 2005. Happy anniversary, George. And Elaine, happy anniversary. Okay, let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.